Educate Studios. Hello everyone, good day to you. Ayan, so we have our special topic for today. Ano siya? Concerning about sa burnout ng mga teachers. So joining us is Mr. Royce Salva, is an educator, researcher, and a special education advocate. More than any of his achievements and recognition, he is a young educator who aims to provide indigenous peoples and persons with abilities and equal access to quality education. He completed his bachelor's degree in elementary education, major in special education at De La Salle University, Dasmariñas, with both academic and leadership recognitions. He finished his Master of Arts in Education with high distinction, magna cum laude, and has received exemplary academic merits for his outstanding performance both in research and graduate studies. At present, he is taking Doctor of Philosophy and Education, major in Special Education at the University of the Philippines, Diliman, where he also receives the prestigious UP Presidential Leadership Scholarship Grant. He has been a special education department head and consultant for 2 consecutive years before he was given a full-time position as a university faculty in the College of Education de La Salle University, Dasmariñas. Ayan. Hello po, sir.
Hi sir, hello po. Kumusta? How are you, sir?
Yeah, okay naman. Medyo malamig lang ang panahon. Sir, pwede bang matanong ano bang gusto nyong itawag po namin sa inyo? Sir Salva, Teacher
Sir
Royce.
Sir. I'll go
Sir
first,
Royce.
para mas comfortable.
Okay. Yan. Hello, Sir Royce. So, ayun. Can you tell us more about yourself? Ayan. So, what do you believe in?
Oh, well, sir, how would I start this? Parang na-pressure po ako dun sa paniniwala. More than anything else, siguro, sir, I really want to be known as someone who has so much heart and passion with regard to teaching students with disabilities, teaching students with special needs, or even developing future educators. Kasi, sir, at present, I'm working as a university faculty where I train, I mold, I help in developing future SPED teachers for the country. So yun po yung pinaka-work natin at present, and definitely that's really how I want to be known.
Oh, okay. So I can see your passion there, sir. Pagdating sa pagtuturo sa ating mga mga kids natin with special needs. Ayan. Okay. So medyo mag-iingat na lang pala ako sa aking mga words. Ayan. Ayan. So anyway, sir, about the topic, no? So currently we're experiencing the pandemic and a lot of teachers feel na they're burnt out. Tingin niyo, sir, ano ba yung parang mga main stressors nila ngayon?
Oh. Sir, I appreciate and I loved how you termed it as stressors. Kasi more often than not, kapag tayo nababurn out, kapag tayo napapagod, nawawalan ng gana, ang iniisip lang natin ay lack of motivation. Nothing more. Yun lang lagi ang unang pumapasok sa isip natin. Kulang sa motivation, kulang ng purpose, looking forward on seeing things that needs to be, fueled, yun ang laging nagiging concern. Pero hindi lang talaga motivation yung kulang. May mga stressors talaga. May mga issues, may mga problema, may mga concerns that need to be addressed. Hindi lang siya basta kulang sa motivation. May problema talaga. So, sir, lalo na ngayon, as we transition, it's more than a year. No, it's not more than a year. Close to 1 year na nag-transition tayo to distance learning. There are lots of stressors coming in dun sa buhay ng mga teachers at present. And generally, based on my experience and the way I deal with others, ang laging nami-mention would be the magic word. It starts with letter I, the insufficiency. Okay.
Okay.
Hindi inspiration. Doon tayo sa insufficiency. Yun.
Actually, naisip ko income eh. Sorry.
Pwede din. Pwede din.
Tama ka naman dyan, Sir Alex. Kung malaki ang income, kahit maraming stressors, parang kaya mong i-manage lahat no?
Oo nga may pang-milk ka.
Kidding aside, it will always be insufficiency. At mukhang papasok din ang income sa insufficiency. Right?
Oo nga
There will always be scarcity. may kulang. At yung kakulangan na yun, ang dami eh. Isa-isahin natin, Sir Alex, if you may
Okay, okay.
The first one would be insufficient resources. Materials. Yun talaga, sir. Minsan, kahit gaano ka-motivated ang teacher, right, Sir Alex? Kahit gaano tayo ka-motivated, if we lack in terms of resources, in terms of materials, wala tayong laptop, wala tayong gadget, wala tayong learning materials, at the end of the day, mapapagod tayo. Okay? Because, I really believe, sir, I myself believe that the most powerful instructional material will always be the teacher. Right? Hindi yan projector, hindi yan laptop, hindi yan gadget. It will always be the teacher. However, during this time, during this distance learning, aside from the teacher, we will be needing this technology, these technological infrastructures that would range from low-tech to high-tech, enable for us to succeed in teaching. Kaya yun, sir, the insufficiency in terms of resources, right?
Yes.
Tayong nababalitaan ganyan, sir, news, social media, struggle in teachers, para lang makapagturo, loan dito, loan there, para lang
yes. I agree naman. Magbaborrow lang ako sa words ng isa kong narinig na speaker nung kami ay nag-webinar. Ayan.
Sure.
So, ang sinabi niya, taga-Japan siya. Tapos sabi niya, ngayon, yung parang, ang school ngayon, yung learning ngayon is a privilege. Ayun. Kasi nga, hindi naman lahat merong same capabilities. Tulad nga ng sabi nila, kumbaga, parang lahat tayo nasa same situation tayo. Kumbaga, kung sa dagat, ganun. Nandoon tayo sa dagat na yon pero hindi pare-pareho yung bangka natin, di ba?
Exactly.
Yung mga iba, meron sila yung mga yate, tapos yung iba, nagwawadal-wadal lang, di ba?
Totoo,
ayun.
Sir.
And some of them talagang sadly, syempre doon tayo sa realistic, meron talaga mga nag-sunk.
Yes po.
And ayun nga.
Napaisip din tuloy ako dun sa sinabi niyo na privilege. Na parang oo nga, it's becoming a privilege. Kasi kahit yung iba, sir, sinasabi, naku, kung wala ka naman technology, di mag-module ka, ihahatid ng public school and teachers. Yung mismo mga module. Kasi, sir, ang question naman, hindi lahat ng bata, sir, right? May magulang natututo. Hindi lahat ng bata, sir, ay may magulang who are aware of the concept, the lessons. So, I agree, sir. That's precisely it is, na talagang it's becoming a privilege now.
Ayun, and that's something na masasabi rin natin problem right now, no? Ayun, kasama na rin siguro sa insufficiency. Pero hindi naman natin masisisi kasi everyone is parang nabigla tayo with with all of this. Pati yung mga modules pag tinignan mo, 'di ba? Nakaano siya for blended learning.
Opo.
Ayan. Ayun.
So, sir, talaga ang materials, number one. Kasi, sir, ang nagiging concern natin, minsan, or more often than not, kahit may materials si teacher, kahit ang teacher ay may gadgets, may laptop, and everything else na kakailanganin niya, ang isa pang insufficient sa side ng teachers would be the proper and appropriate training. May gadget ka nga, may materials ka nga, may lahat ng pwede mong kailanganing instructional tools in teaching ay provided sa'yo. The thing is, are you well aware, well equipped, well trained in terms of using all this sa mga estudyante mo? Lalo na ngayon, sir, may mga naglipanan ng mga webinars. It's good. I really appreciate it. However, there's still teachers talaga, sir, na not into it. Medyo nahihirap pang mag-adjust. So, another one aside from materials would be training. The insufficiency of trainings.
Yes. Kasi, I agree with that, sir. Kasi, imaginein mo, ang isang teacher nag-aral ng 4 na taon sa universidad. Tapos, tinuruan sila ng face-to-face yung mag-ayos ng mga, ng kanilang mga visuals, di ba?
Sir, visual aids.
Visual aids, yung mga...
Kanilang paper, cartolina.
Oo. Magpiprint tayo ng mga picture, ilalagay natin doon sa may blackboard, di ba?
Totoo, sir.
Especially for those sa mga sa mga elementary and high school, di ba? Ganun yung mga nila, mga background nila.
Totoo po.
They are not trained to kasi one of the thing din na napapansin ko ngayong pandemic. Kasi parang nagiging ano na rin yung mga teachers, nagiging lapitan ng mga estudyante. Kapag may technical difficulties, hindi
Totoo.
naman sila na-train para dun sa ano, sa mga technical
Agree.
difficulties na yun. Kami nga bilang ano kami sir, sa Educate bilang kami ay technological provider, isa din yan sa mga sinasabi namin. Kasi nagkakaroon tayo ng ano, konting misconception when it comes to online learning. Kasi ang ginagawa nila is nire-replicate nila yung nangyayari sa classroom to the online. Ang nangyayari, basta meron tayong video conference, yung nakikitang ganyan, 'di ba? Tapos ilo-load natin ng mga resource natin doon. 'Di ba? Ganun yung ano concept of online or
Yes, sir.
ng mga ibang tao, 'di ba?
Naalala ko tuloy, sir, yung parang yung nabanggit mo rin kanina na parang minsan si teacher ang tinatakbuhan ng estudyante pag may concern. Kasi, sir, for example, in my present workplace ngayon, we're using LMS, okay, a certain LMS.
Yes.
Then, not everyone is very much aware on how to manipulate it. Maaaring madali para mag-upload ng lessons sa module, set calendar for the synchronous class, pero hindi lahat alam ang technicality ng LMS. Tapos may estudyante sa college magtatanong, ma'am, sir, how to do this, how to do that, na parang, and sir ha, buti ba kung yun lang, kaso magme-message sa'yo ng 10 p.m., 11 p.m.,
Naku!
1 p.m. Parang gusto kong sabihin, mga kapatid, may buhay rin si Sir Royce. Natutulog din si Sir Royce. Those concerns, those little concerns. But we have to understand where the students are coming from. Baka kasi yun lang yung available time ng bata, doon lang malakas ng connection.
Yeah.
Kaya inuunti-unti rin nating intindihin. Ayun, sir. So we have the resources, insufficient training. Ito, sir, isa sa pinaka-major stressors and teachers. Insufficient number of students sa mga private schools. That would lead to teacher layoff. Okay?
Yes.
Aming mga teachers ngayon, sir, na natanggalan talaga ng trabaho, lalo na sa private schools, kasi yung number ng estudyante talagang bumaba. Yun yung pinaka naging concerns that would really affect their work placement, yung stability ng kanilang trabaho. So yun, sir, isa yun sa mga naging stressors din. Kaso pagdating naman sa public schools, balita ko, sir, if I am right, I can be corrected, lumobo naman po yung enrollees, yung enrollment naman po sa public school kasi nga naglipatan. So yun yung pinaka naging concern natin. Kung sumobra sa public school, sa mga private schools naman po, hindi man lahat, pero may karamihan na may insufficiency na natanggalan tuloy ng trabaho si teacher, leading to a certain stress. So ayun, sir.
Yes. Ano naman yan? Pwede ko naman i-ascertain sa'yo na tama yung sinabi mo.
Thank you, Sir Alex. Salamat po.
Lumipat talaga sila. Na lumipat talaga sila sa sa mga public school. And that is one of the main concerns din ng mga nakakausap namin na private school din. Na bumaba talaga yung mga nila, yung kanilang mga enrollees. Kasi isipin mo to, kumbaga online, module, 'di ba? So ano magiging pagkakaiba nila sa dun sa private school, sa public school, 'di ba? So ano pagkakaiba? Di inukol ko na lang yung anak ko sa public school kasi mas mura. Lalo na siguro nagtitipid din yung mga ibang mga magulang, syempre, 'di ba? And the thing is, pagdating kasi sa sa mga contents naman, 'di ba? Kumbaga, iisipin mo din, pareho lang naman din ang tinuturo diyan. Parang ganun yung mindset ng iba 'di ba?
Totoo, sir.
Ayan.
Oh, it's happening.
Kaya lagi namin sinasabi doon sa sa mga schools na na-handle namin, sabi namin sa kanila, ang aralin niyo kung paano gamitin yung LMS. Binibigyan naman namin sila ng training. Like, understand nila yung LMS para mas ma-utilize nila na tipong hindi lang nilo-load. Kasi there are many functions na mabibigay ang LMS. Ayan.
Well, sir, I appreciate that you're offering help para mas ma-utilize sila yung LMS nyo. That's great.
Ayun talaga yung namin isa sa mga aming mission talaga. Yan, yung makatulong talaga dun sa education. Ayan.
Well done, sir. Well done. Galing.
Yes.
Ayun, yes, sir. Last tayo, sir, sa
sige.
Last insufficiency, hindi man napapansin ng lahat or hindi man obvious for others, pero ako, sir, ito, personal experience ko to. Insufficient assurance and security Ayun, sir. Allow me to repeat that. Insufficient assurance and security in terms of, number one, students' learning capacity, and second, teaching capacity. I'll go first with the first one. Insufficient assurance and security in terms of students' learning capacity. Sir, um, in all humility, I think my students fairly know me as Sir Royce, who wants to be seen as a kapatid, more than just a teacher, a professor, a university instructor. Since my first day teaching in college, ang laging tumatak sa isip ko at sa puso ko, yung maparamdam sa estudyante na may naniniwala sa kanilang magaling sila. Okay? Yun lagi ang pinaka ini-imbibe ko the first time, and then until now that I'm stepping in the classroom, the virtual classroom, kailangan maramdaman ng estudyanteng may naniniwala sa kanila. Ang nag-struggle ako ngayon, sir, at present, yung paano ko mako-convince yung sarili ko, kasi nasa state of doubt ako at present if the results coming in from the quizzes, exams of my students are really true, genuine, authentic, and valid. Kasi sir, technology is powerful to the point that it can really be of help to the student the positive way, or it can help the student the other way around. You know, sir, students being exposed to cheating, you know, habang nagko-quiz, naka-on ng isang tab, naka-open ng PowerPoint, you know, we don't know that. I don't know what's happening on the other end of the screen. So ako tuloy, sir, minsan, kahit na, you know, I know these students, alam ko how they perform in class before. They struggled during the last semesters, and then ngayon, they're perfecting the quizzes, they're perfecting the exams. You know, it's hard for me at first to believe na, are these results true? Are these results genuine? Minsan tuloy, miski ako, sir, napapatanong na parang, hey, why are you doubting? Diba, ikaw yung dapat unang naniniwala sa mga estudyante. What's happening now? Kaya yun, sir, I'm battling that. Doon ako nag-struggle. So, sobrang kagustuhan kong matuto yung estudyante. Napapatanong ako kung natututo ba sila? Or are they still learning the best way possible? So, yun, sir. Medyo nahihirapan talaga ako din, sir, eh. You know, paano ba, sir? It's hard. It's really not easy. And it goes dun sa second na insufficient assurance and, you know, security in terms of teachers' capacity to teach. Na parang, you know, sir, before the pandemic, you were performing, eh. Hindi ka lang nagturo, sir. You're performing. Di ba, sir?
Yes.
Parang, sanay tayong mag-perform sa classroom. And when we say perform, you roam around, you walk, you talk to the student, you touch the student. Touch as in like, you top the student, you give high five to the student. You know, may rapport. Face to face. And then, all of a sudden, within a touch of a button, from walking, I was confined in a small avatar with my half-body video playing. And it's hard. Ang hirap, sir. Napapatanong ako kung kanina tinatanong ko, natututo ba yung mga estudyante ko? Now, I'm asking myself, am I still doing well in terms of this craft? Kaya, sir, I'm pretty sure, hindi lang ako nakakaranas. Maraming mga teachers ang nakakaramdam ng ganyan. Nagtatanong, nagtataka, magaling pa ba sila? Or are they still improving? Yung mga ganung questions, sir, it's really hard.
Yes. And that's something na hindi rin natin talaga makokontrol, lalo na yung pagdating sa mga students. Malay nyo naman pala, tulad ng ganito, off ko lang yung camera, hindi mo na nakita yung ginagawa ko. Hindi mo alam kung sumasayaw ako dito, di ba?
Ang talino, sir, ang talino.
Ayan. So, hindi mo na alam kung nangyayari. Malay mo naman pala, may notes na ako dito. Tapos magugulat na lang kayo, nagpupulbos na pala ako.
Nag-ML na, sir. Ano?
Diba? Nag-ML na pala, may ginagawa na palang iba. And that's something that we cannot control. And maybe, I would like to talk din na teachers, ito parang gusto ko na rin i-share sa inyo, sir, na there are certainly limitations. And that's something na kailangan din maging aware ang mga teachers na there are really limitations of what they are capable of doing right now. And that's not something na na you should be
Sana.
let's say but don't beat yourself up too much about it kasi it's something outside of your control, di ba? Ayan,
Yes.
kumbaga parang ayun lang yung
Salamat dyan, sir. Salamat
masasabi
sa
ko sa inyo, sir.
pagpapaalala. I'll take
Ayan.
note of that. Literally, I'll take note of that.
Ayun. Kasi napansin ko medyo naramdam ko yung pagda-doubt niya, sir.
Nararamdaman ko yung ano ni Sir Royce kanina, yung
Oo.
problema niya. Madagdag ko lang kanina yung kay Sir Alex, yung nagpatay ng camera. Kasi, sorry, ginawa to mismo ng kapatid ko. Tinawag siya ng teacher. Activity nila, ang ginawa niya ganito lang. Tapos pinatay yung camera, tapos chinat niya, nagloko po yung cam ko.
Hindi siya kumilos.
Sir JC, napaka-henyo ng kapatid ko.
Pagdating talaga sa pagpapalusot, mga estudyante ang number one dyan.
Nakakatawa siya, pero at the same time, parang, gusto mo ba sumagot to Pero siguro, kung mga ganun mga pagkakataon, pwede mo pang medyo pagbigyan. Pero ramdam ko yung problem ni Sir Royce na genuine nga ba talaga yung grade o kasi from a perspective sa cousins ko, pag tinatanong ko sila, sabi nila meron talagang student na ang mindset na lang talaga ngayon is to pass.
Exactly.
Pass na lang talaga kasi siguro merong student talaga na gusto lang to pass kasi tinatamad mag-school. Iba naman, nahihirapan na kasi kami mag-school.
Totoo, sir yun din yung concern. Which we cannot blame the students to begin with.
Agree.
Hindi natin pwedeng sisihin ng estudyante na bakit ganyan ang mindset mo. I mean, with all the things happening at present, ang bare minimum na lang ngayon is to pass, not to learn. Supposedly to learn that should be the bare minimum. Maiintindihan at maiintindihan mo pa din. Kasi sir, yan din ang isang concern. Speaking of, since ako po ay nasa teacher education institution, it's hard kasi we're developing teachers. Na parang, hey, you cannot teach your students to do well in class if you're not doing well in my class. Kasi, we have to walk the talk, practice what we're preaching. So, yun sir. But still, naiintindihan ko sir. Medyo ang henyo lang nung kapatid ko sir sa pag-post. Napaka-henyo. How I wish I can do that sa postgrad. How I wish.
Kaya, yun po, natawa din nga po sa kapatid ko po. Pero nung tinanong ko naman po yung mga cousins ko, sabi ko, sige, agapin na natin. Maraming student, baka ganun na yung mindset. Pero nakakausap mo ba sila kanila? Nakakausap mo ba sila in terms of learning? Sabi nila, meron namang natututunan. Kaso, dahil sa stress ng school, darating talaga yung time, to pass na lang ang kailangan. Tapos, yung learning parang nandito naman na sa utak namin, kaso ang hirap na talaga mag-school. Tapos sinirit pa nila na, siguro same din to sa mga teacher. Lalo na yung hindi sanay mag-tech. Laptop. Yung laptop at projector pa lang nga po, nagsasuffer na nga po sa face-to-face. Paano pa kaya yung laptop to laptop na ganyan? Sabi nga po nila, masaswerte pa yung mga millennial na katulad nyo na marunong mag-MacBook, mag-laptop, mag-internet, mag-browser. Ayoko naman po mag-discriminate by age, pero naging common kasi paano kung teacher nyo nasa 50 years old na hindi pala laptop. Maswerte po kayo kung pala laptop yun. Paano kung hindi po? Tapos, paano po kung ma-encounter nila yung nangyari sa inyo kanina? Yung camera, ayaw po mag-on. Yung mic lang naka-on. Kaya, yun po.
I couldn't agree more. Totoo, sir. Wala naman talaga sa edad din. Kaso di rin natin pwedeng itanggi na talagang mas maraming pagkakataon nag-struggle talaga yung mga experienced teachers na talaga sa profession, yung matagal na. Because mas exposed tayo tayong mga millennial teachers. I myself, I'm very exposed. Pero sir, I just have to clarify this If there's really one thing I've learned since we transitioned to distance learning, sir, their struggles are also my struggles. Magkaiba lang siguro yung level of difficulty, but I'm also experiencing difficulties. Sir, before we transitioned, nung napag-uusapan pa lang may mga bali-balitang magkakaroon ng distance learning, sabi ko, I'm very confident sa sarili ko. I don't brag, I don't announce it. Like, deep within, I know I can surpass this, kakayanin, malalagpasan. But when I'm there, until now, Sir JC, Sir Alex, the struggle is real. Talaga namang it's really real. Akala ko kakayanin, nahihirapan pala ako. Knowing na I already have the resources, I already have the training, I have sufficient number of students. Akala ko kaya ko. Knowing na may assurance naman ako dun sa learning ng estudyante ko. Ako lang, teaching capacity, I'm doubting somehow. Hindi pa rin pala talaga. Mahirap pa din talaga.
Agree, Sir Royce.
Pero sir, that's okay lang din naman. Kasi it just shows na totoo na naglo-learn din talaga kayo dito sa experience ngayon, 'di ba? Kasi if you're not thinking of those things kasi ang more likely is you're not learning ganun. Well, hindi naman
sir,
learning. Pero you understand what I get.
Yes, sir, I'm getting it. Naalala ko, sir, one of the, I don't know who said this or if I created this atop my mind, but one of the favorite phrases that I have known, yung sinasabi na malalaman mo lang na nasa tamang daan ka kapag nahihirapan ka.
Yeah, yes.
Right? Malalaman mo lang na, I don't know if I created it atop my mind or I read it somewhere else, but I won't take full credit ngayon.
Okay.
Literally, malalaman mo lang na nasa tamang daan ka kapag nahihirapan ka. You know, I'm having difficulty because I'm exerting my best. I'm struggling because the passion is still burning. And it's okay. Thank you, Sir Alex, for reminding me. It's okay. Walang problema doon. Sir Royce, walang problema doon. Okay?
At saka sir, you're still learning, you're still coping with the situation. And pati yung mga teachers na yung mga makikinig ngayon. 'Di ba? If you're feeling bad, para message na natin doon sa mga teachers, it's okay because you are learning too. You are experiencing these hardships. This is truly a hard situation. Hindi siya it's not all on your mind. Talagang mahirap lang talaga.
Totoo. So, sir, right? Na parang we don't mean to romanticize the struggles. Hindi naman don't mean to romanticize the pandemic, the struggles, yung difficulties and teachers. But I myself is a living proof that, ma'am and sir, to those who are listening and present, ma'am and sir, I am a living proof that you're not alone struggling and battling all this. Kasama niyo po ako, kasama niyo yung ibang guro, ibang teachers, marami tayo. Okay, marami tayo.
Agree.
Yan. Even ang mga millennials, may mga struggles talaga. Di ba?
Alex, sorry, dadagdag ko lang. Naalala ko na nakakwentuhan natin sa Sir Royce last time. Ang sabi niya, hindi ko maalala yung saktong words, pero ang sabi niya, this is not what we've signed for. Aral po kami for face-to-face, hindi po o internet. Kung natatandaan niyo pa po yung conversation natin, yun po yung thought.
Yes, sir. Parang masu-surprise talaga tayong lahat eh. Lahat talaga, sir. But at the end of the day, when all things have been said and done, the only thing that we can do is really to identify all the stressors, identify all the problems. And once you have acknowledged and recognized all these stressors, all these problems, let's go to this next step. Find a solution. Okay, yun na tayo.
Ayun. So, kumbaga parang ramdam na ramdam talaga natin na because of all these stressors nga, hindi malabong magka-burnout talaga, no?
Yes, sir. Hindi malabo.
Hindi malabo talaga. And kayo, sir, personally, pero nakita ko naman kanina medyo nakaramdaman nyo yun ng konti yan. Ayan, nakaramdaman nyo. And
ramdam, sir, ramdam.
Yung mga iba din yan ng teacher, syempre, makaramdaman yan. So, can you, ngayon nga, na-identify na nga natin, as you said, yung mga, what is the main stressor? So, meron ba kayong personally maibibigay na, suggestion, tips, or things na ginawa nyo para dun sa mga stressors na yon yung makakapag-cope kayo? Ayan.
Sir, ang masashare ko lang, of course, teachers have we have our own way of solving our own problems, right? Addressing our own concerns as far as the burnout issues is concerned. Ako, sir, personally, share ko lang kung ano yung ginagawa ko. Ako ka, sir, every time na I struggle, with regard to all aspects of my life. Work, family, studies, relationship, friends. I always have a formula. And my formula will always go back with it's very simple. With my why, with my what, with my how, with my who. Binabalikan ko lang yung 4 na tanong na to because to begin with, bago naman ako nag-step in doon sa sitwasyon na nasan man ako ngayon sa pagtuturo, in-identify ko muna tong mga to eh. So I'll go first with the first question. My why. You have to reevaluate everything. Kung pagod ka na, burnout na, tired ka na, exhausted ka na, drained ka na, whatever synonyms I can offer, you just have to ask yourself, why are you doing this? It sounds cliche. I know it sounds cliche, but when we talk about motivation, we just have to ask ourselves, why are we doing this? Why am I doing this? Bakit ko ginagawa to? Bakit ako nagstay sa pagtuturo the last years? Regardless if it's because of you wanna earn a living, regardless it's because of napilit ka lang ng pamilya mo, ito talaga pangarap mo, gusto mo makatulong sa bayan, regardless of your reason, balikan mo. Kasi baka yun lang yung rason para magpatuloy ka kung babalik ka. Hindi naman kasi kabawasan ng pagkatao mo kung aaminin mo sa sarili mong hindi ka pa sapat, hindi ka pa sobrang galing. Hindi kabawasan ng pagiging isang guro kung tatanggapin mo sa sarili mong nakukulangan ka ngayon. Balikan mo lang, why am I doing this? Your purpose, your reason. I don't want to romanticize this, but that's it. That's all I can offer. Let that compass guide you again. Kasi sir, for example ako, my reason why I opted to stay in a university than be in a public school or be handing SPED one-on-one, because my dream really, I'm too ambitious for SPED. I'm sorry for that. My dream is really to create future SPED teachers who can give more than just the brain, but also the heart. I want to change so much of the system to the point na if I will be working in a public school or if I will be working in a classroom together with children with disabilities, I will only be topping 5 to 10 lives every year. Kasi sir, sa SPED, usually ang maximum lang talaga 5. Sobra na yung 10. The reason why I went to a university and work as a college faculty, because if I will be having a pool of 20 teachers today, these 20 teachers multiply to the number of students they will be handling soon, the quicker the change. And every time that I'm struggling, binabalikan ko yung rason bakit ako nandito. Several times, I'm telling my students, kapatid, I'm calling my students kapatid, kung ano man yung pangarap mo, yan din yung pangarap ni Sir Royce para sa'yo. Magkakampi tayo dyan, hindi mo ko kalaban. Kung deserve mo ng 4 highest grade in La Salle, I'll give you that. If you're working on something you need my help, I'll help you on that. I'm struggling at present, babalikan ko lang yung mga estudyante ko. Bakit ako nandito? Right after knowing your whys, you go back to the next one. Hindi kasi sapat na may motivation ka lang. Hindi sapat na puro puso lang. Your heart can bring you to places, but it will never make you stay on that place alone.
Yes. Dating din kasi is despite nga meron kang puso, pero baka kasi ang nangyayari na is you're projecting toxic positivity na.
Precisely, sir.
Yes, there's may word na toxic positivity, hindi lang pwedeng palaging kaya natin to, malalagpasan
Kapit
natin
ka lang,
to.
walang bibitaw.
Oo, mga ganun. That's a part of toxic positivity that is yung tipong sinasabi nila na sige, kakayanin natin yan, basta lang, sama-sama lang tayo, pero pag nangyari na after a while, ang masasabi nila, pagod na ako.
Iyak na lang.
Ganun na yung mangyayari. Diba?
Mo to.
And that happens a lot right now.
Exactly.
Diba?
It's happening, sir. Kaya hindi sapat na you just have the motivation.
Yes.
Right after knowing your whys, punta ka sa what. What can I do to address the issues? what can I do to address the problems, the burnout? Hindi sapat na may motivation ka lang. Now, when you answer the what, it doesn't require you to answer specific answers or responses. You write, you share. Ako kasi, sir, nagsi-self-talk ako eh. I talk to myself alone. Of course, sir, sa kwarto lang, hindi naman pwedeng habang nasa jeep ka, kinakausap mo sarili mo lang. Okay? Kapag nasa comfort room, nasa toilet, you talk to yourself. You try to answer the questions. Yung issues, eto, what could be the possible answer? What could be the possible solution? In as much as I want to give examples, kaso like what I just said, we all have our own ways, our own means of dealing with our problems. But you just remember this. No need to be specific yet. Ang concern mo ay insufficient number of materials. Anong general solution? Example, look for another material online or look for a person that can help you create the material. Okay, general muna. No need to be specific. Right after that, with the what, everything will go specific once you answer the how. Okay? What can you do to address the issues? Let's go with the how. How can you do the cited answers dun sa what? Okay? How can you accomplish it? How can you complete it? Eto sir, mas specific na tayo. Okay? Mas step by step na tayo. Sir, I appreciate, I love how Sir Alex has been mentioning earlier na it's okay. Everyone is struggling. Okay? You don't have to worry too much. You don't have to think na ikaw lang ang nagsasuffer because literally lahat naman talaga tayo. Ang lagi lang nating iisipin talaga, solve a problem one at a time. Kasi sir, ako may tendency ako minsan na ito yung insufficiency. Ito yung insufficiency. Ito yung insufficiency. Baka naman may solution that can target all this. Lagi akong ganun sir, to save efforts, money, time, until I realize, hey, one at a time. Okay? Step by step talaga, sir, ang proseso. After all, teachers are not superheroes. We are just humans. Ma'ams, sirs, tao lang tayo. Okay? Hindi po tayo si Batman, hindi tayo si Captain Barbell, si Darna, hindi po tayo ang superheroes dito. So yun, sir.
Yes.
The why, the what, and the how.
It's it's something din na nagagawa palagi ng mga millennials. Di naman sa that's the thing din with that's the thing din with millennials, di ba? Kasi we want to work efficiently as much as possible.
Yes, sir.
Di ba? So anong nangyayari niyan, we're thinking up of solutions to address a lot of problems ganun, di ba? And anong nangyayari kasi, minsan kasi, when you step back, ganyan, kunwari step back ka, tapos makikita mo yung buong problema mo, ganyan siya, ganyan. Kumbaga, malaki siya. It can be overwhelming kapag pag tinitignan mo siya. Pero if you go closer, tapos work on specific, muna, kunwari, sabihin na natin, mountain yung problema mo. Pero if you start with the boulders, mga ganyan, di ba? Eventually, yung mga mountain na yan, madi-decrease. Tapos mauubos na. Ganun, di ba? So, parang ganun ang, naging point niya doon, sir. Di ba? Ayun.
Sir.
Ayun, madalas nakikita ng madalas nangyayari sa problema We look at it as this.
Whole.
Oo. Pero we can always get the chunks and solve the chunks chunk by chunk, ganun, di ba? Those that we can do. And there are things na talaga. Tulad nga ng sinabi ko kanina, tawag doon, kumbaga parang it's a problem talaga and sometimes problems cannot be solved.
Yes.
Di ba? So those part of the mountain, meron talagang matitigas na parte na hindi natin kayang basagin. Pero malay nyo naman, di ba? Those hard parts na yon, those are diamonds pala that we can take as learnings. Di ba? Because tulad nga ng sabi niyo, sir, di ba? Tulad nga ng sabi niyo, sir, di ba? Yung pag nahihirapan ka, you're in the right path. Maybe, ayun nga, those hard parts nga, ang diamond, ang lessons na makukuha natin para dito sa pandemic, di ba? ayun, teachings ni pandemic. And the worst thing na pwede natin magawa doon sa mga diamonds na yun is throw it away once face-to-face happens na. Di ba?
Agree. Galing. Husay, sir. Natuwa ako dun, sir, dun sa napaisip din ako ng konti. Natotoo naman talaga yung sinabi mo na minsan talaga, sir, no? Hindi lahat, akala kasi natin in every problem, there's always a solution. Hindi pala talaga din lahat ng problema dapat may agarang solusyon. Kasi sometimes, the only way out is to feel the struggle, to feel the pain, to feel the problem. Just stay there. Diyan ka lang, damahin mo lang, danasin mo lang. That's really the only way out. And then continue. One day, gigising ka na lang, it's all done.
Yes.
It's all done.
Or you just need to cope with it. Di ba? Ganun kadalasan yung problema na we cannot, tulad ngayon, malamig, may magagawa ka ba? Mag-jacket ka, magano ka na lang. Mag-hoodie, di ba? Ayun lang yun. So there are things na
yun lang talaga. Yun lang din talaga ang solution natin eh.
Oo.
And of course, sir, let's not forget na if hindi na natin kaya lahat, if we think na hindi na sapat yung sarili natin to look for inspiration, hindi na sapat yung nakikita natin to get some, some fuel for us to go back to our path, let's go with the first question, the who. You try to ask yourself who are the people you can work with, the people that can help you, the people that can trigger your passion again. Hanap ka ng tao, baka naman kasi ang solusyon hindi object, hindi sitwasyon, hindi bagay, hindi pera, baka naman po ang solusyon tao. Your co-workers, co-teachers, your friends, your students. These people, they're very good sources of inspiration and motivation. So, why are you doing this? What are the steps you can do? What are the plans you can make? How do you plan to accomplish each step that you're making? And then, who are the people you can work with? Hindi sapat na may motivasyon lang. Kailangan may specific tayong plano. So, all this, sir, so far naman, everything is working on my end. I'm asking help even though if I need to. Gaya nga ng sabi ko, sir, hindi naman kabawasan ng pagkatao mo, ng pagiging guru mo kapag hihingi ka ng tulong eh. Minsan, senyalis pa yun ng katapangan kasi you're more than aware that you can't do this. That's why you need help. That's it, sir.
Yes. Ayun, napakaganda ng mga shinare nyo, sir. And very thankful din kami, with the Educate team na we have this talk with you. Ayan, kumbaga paano din mag-cope. And natawa din ako sa ating discussions. I think we shared a lot of ideas and a lot of insights when it comes to this yung burnout in this time of pandemic. Ayan, so thank you very much, Sir Royce. Ayan, di ba?
Thank you, sir. Salamat, Sir JC.
Yes,
Salamat, Sir Alex.
thank you
so much.
Yes, thank you. Ayan. So, na lang, in conclusion na lang, sir. In conclusion. Ayan.
Sige po. Sir? Pinaka-conclusion ko, sir, I think this goes sa lahat ng teachers, regardless of your generation, regardless of your age, of your work experience. Kasi, gaya nga ng sabi ko kanina, sir, kahit po ako na millennial teacher, nahihirapan din, everyone is struggling. Siguro, sir, to conclude this, the only thing I wanna share everyone, others, wala sa edad o sa tagal sa pagtuturo yung prinsipyo. Nasa pagmamahal yan sa trabaho. Maaaring kulang ka pa ng karanasan o kulang ka pa ng karunungan, pero baka naman nag-uumapaw ka sa kagustuhan. You can still call yourself a great teacher, a good teacher, even though you're lacking or you have an insufficiency. Basta nag-uumapaw ka sa kagustuhan. Kagustuhang magturo, magpatuloy, at magbigay ng sarili para sa iba. Okay? So, yun lang, sir. I hope I was able to share something new. I was able to share something nice to our listeners and audience at present. Salamat po.
Yes, pati naman ako, na-appreciate ko ang inyong mga shinare. Yan, thank you very much and thank you JC, Sir Royce. Ayan, so I am Alex from Educate and yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Join us again for another Educate Relate. We hope you have a wonderful day and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.